and then takes control of the mid game from there. And I think Tavo is a great example of both their supports, actually, of just being able to find those plays around the map. King RD with his Sand King, Tavo with his Nature's Prophet. I think they're you look at those types of heroes that they play, and they're played to fight you constantly.
Yeah, and in that match where they played Liquid, it was by all means a deserved win. They had a semi-equal laning stage. King RD did pretty well in Bounty Hunter, got a couple solo kills that he shouldn't have against maybe Miracle one time, maybe 2 deaths throughout the game. But they just transitioned in this early mid, and they just outplayed Liquid in team fights, which almost never happens. That's what
I can hear it in your voice, Kevin. I can hear, like, did that really happen?
It was. Yeah. They had a Bounty Hunter, so all of a sudden they had like a semi-even game, and 10 minutes later there's a 20k gold advantage by 25 minutes, which is pretty much almost super difficult. But I really loved what they did with the draft. They opened with the Gyrocopter. Their opponents were like, oh, obvious. They pick Morphling and like a Sand King, and then they're like, our trap is laid. We made this like obvious switch thing, and then their whole draft was just like countering and hammering in what they needed to beat Liquid.
Okay, well, we'll see how they get on in the first draft, which is underway. OG, of course, their opponents in this one. And I mentioned in the preview to this, Cap, they both have something different to play for, because OG are, if they have a really good tournament, I'm talking like a top 2 finish here, they could just put themselves in contention for top 8. Whereas paiN, they're going to need to win the whole thing, and even then, they might not even squeeze in. It's that hard for them. But it's not about winning for paiN, is it? It's about advancement. It's about getting out of the groups. It's about doing well, getting more points and getting further through the tournament.
Yeah, I thought that was the same for OG as well. I thought because of the resolution, right?
Oh, of course, because they can't qualify. You're right.
So they're both playing just to be able to prove themselves heading into TI, to be able to get themselves like the best experience they can, going into those qualifiers for their each individual region.
Yeah, you're right. It's good to clarify that, because I was confused about the whole coach thing.
I'm so confused. I thought coaches are allowed to play.
I thought they were too, which means technically they can still qualify.
I could have sworn that at the time when we read the rule, we were like, well, the only team that's realistically ever could do this is maybe OG, and then it ended up happening.
Yeah, because we had earlier on in the season, I think was it LGD or LFY used a stand-in because someone was ill, and they still got their main core 4 got the points, and then I think their coach got like 50%, I want to say, of the point. But so I thought that was okay.
I'll have to look into
but maybe not. I don't know. But we should definitely try and get that clarified, I think. Especially if they end up going far here, because if they do, then they're like, oh, now there's an issue, because at the moment it doesn't matter.
I mean, this matchup is basically the opposite of what people probably would have expected.
Yeah, it's Liquid VG in the lower bracket, by the way. Which one of them goes home? And that's insane.
VG at MDL did a little bit better than, actually moderately better than OG did in groups. OG went like mid-tier, VG Gaming won their group, so you would have thought that this would be completely different teams, but no, it's paiN OG.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would have looked at the lower brackets in VG and Liquid and put those two together as to this match.
Yep.
For the winners match, but it's not. And one of those goes home pretty early on. But anyway, it's OG versus paiN. Good chance, good opportunity, Cap, here for OG in many ways.
Yeah, just to be able to top out their group and then move forward.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about this draft, though. I think OG should ban out the Nature's Prophet. Instead, they're going to ban the Templar Assassin Weehaw, which there's still some Weehaw heroes left in the pool that he can still dominate the games with. So I'm not sure if Templar Assassin, like, surely that hero can be countered a number of ways. So they actually, I feel like that's just such a respect ban in many ways.
And they're not going to first pick it anyway, are they?
No.
No. I would hope they would never do that.
That's a really good point. It's very weird for them to ban it at this phase.
I mean, it's a healthy show of respect.
Yeah, I think it's like combination of like a respect ban and also the fact that they like whatever combination of heroes that they have in mind for what the first 3 picks of this overall draft, they actually don't want to ban any of those. For me, they actually want to be able to leave something out there. So I actually felt like the Nature's Prophet was a serious threat because I feel like it is one of those heroes that changes the nature of the game. But instead, paiN Gaming are going to pick up the Naga Siren, which we've seen OG run to some success, and a lot of other teams such as LGD look very good with the support Naga Siren.
Yeah, it was something that paiN used as well earlier today to do a very good job. Other hero that very likely to be contested, Visage. paiN Gaming often goes for like Death Prophet in the mid lane. Like Weehaw is basically like the fixture of their team fight, basically. Kind of similar to what No-Tail does with Home of the Dominators and things like that. No Lone Druid banned as well against OG, something that almost every other team does ban in the first phase. Might see that slip out later.
I think I always like Clockwork versus the Naga Siren just because the animation of popping mirror images is so long, and it's a hero that really puts a lot of pressure on the Naga Siren from an initiation standpoint. So
even if she's songs, you can just still interrupt her TP or something like that with the hook shot.
yeah. So they're going to go for the Jakiro. We've been talking about the Jakiro as a 5 position is like probably one of the best dual lane 5s to kind of secure your laning phase. When you're feeling a lot of pressure, when you see those kind of Skywrath axe openings, you see some sort of Beastmaster, maybe a Wisp dual lane or something, you're probably going to go for like the Warlock, right, to be able to protect your core from that harassment damage. But when you don't have a strong opening like that, I think Jakiro gives you a lot more opportunities to be more offensive in your safe lane with your duo. So Jakiro can actively try and shove out that offlaner and whatever support is behind it.
Just naturally tanky. Any transitions as well, like a rare support that also pushes towers very easily. Lone Druid does end up getting banned by paiN, so we won't be seeing that out of OG, but no matter what they grab, it will most likely be no-tail sacrificing for his team. There's really not a lot of obvious tells of what paiN's doing with their lineup right now, considering that the Naga is pretty flexible right now. Lots of teams playing offlane Naga, support Naga, a little bit in the middle. But what OG's kind of lacking is they don't have stuns very well right now. paiN Gaming has extremely good teamfight setup between like Song into Ice Path is always great. So their teamfight's good, their laning is good. Both drafts are really flexible right now.
Yeah, I feel like this is like the broadest opening that you're gonna see in this tournament is like this kind of like somewhat interchangeable 3 and 4 positions between Clockwork and Naga Siren, but most likely they're going to be your 4 and 5s, and they don't really say a whole lot about your lineup just because of the modicum of team fight, a little bit of pushing power, initiation. Like basically both lineups have a little bit of kind of everything you're going to want.
So with Slark being banned, very evasive carry hero. Doom being banned as well, so the typical offlane pressure hero. Seems like, I feel like he's been like every single game today. Not good banned necessarily, but I feel like he's been in so many games.
Certainly every game we've had here on the main channel for sure.
So another evasive or elusive carry is banned. PL is gone. Brewmaster snagged up for OG, another common staple for them. Can lane it with lots of places, lots of players of theirs play it. It's a very good team fight, good early pressure. It doesn't scale in the late game super well, but your early and mid game is really good.
I think one of the things that I really like about Clockwork for OG is watching their series earlier today. It felt like they always tried to play very fast around the map. They never allowed VG Gaming to be able to establish much of a split push. They were always feeling that like that one play where they were supposed to be kind of 5-manning into a tier 2, and they just send the gyrocopter forward to take that tier 2 as a bluff while the 4-man smoke, and they go to the other side of the map to see if they can catch Paparazzi. Even when that didn't work out, it shows the kind of style that OG's trying to play right now, and that very low cooldown, high initiation hero like Clockwork gives that to you perfectly. And then in turn, Brewmaster, longer cooldown, but will solidify your team fight a lot more, and just kind of ignores some of these heroes like the Naga Siren.
Yeah, considering paiN's opening of basically really heavy lockdown, but not the highest damage, somebody like Brewmaster doesn't care that much. He can survive the disable, get his ultimate off afterwards, which buys you another like 20 seconds of team fight. So I think it's a great opening here in the second phase. Beastmaster is the grab for paiN, so most likely something like Beastmaster Jakiro or Beastmaster Naga, dual offlane.
And the minus armor combination with the physical damage of the Beastmaster is decently oppressive against a lot of safe lane heroes, excluding like the gyrocopter, just because he's ranged.
And it adds in a really nice initiation tool too, like roar into an ice path follow-up, for example. That makes it a lot easier for them to get ganks off and kills throughout the game.
And you have to be scared of paiN Gaming, actually. I was thinking about that hero right there, the Luna, the combination of ores that paiN has done before in the past, but instead it's going to be OG picking up the Luna. As long as they can protect this hero, it should do all right against this Beastmaster +1. I'm just a little bit concerned because the problem with all these Disruptor 1-2 picks is that he's just such a bad laning phase hero, and that Thunderstrike is just a purely decent harassment mechanism, but doesn't really give you a whole lot else.
It's amazing that you said described him so poorly, because I would say he's okay. It's just the only heroes picked right now are just the absolute dominant laners.
Yeah, that's true.
Disruptor now looks like, oh, not good at all.
Yeah,
on the bright side, they don't have
compared to
disable,
Jakiros and like Banes and that sort of thing.
Yeah, like the amazing traders that can they can fight all day. It's definitely an issue there. But Luna's always going to solve that problem a little bit. Just more damage for everybody. A little bit of a stun setup as well, and she's got high armor as well, so axes won't be the worst thing against her. Good movement speed. She'll transition nicely. She can kill all of Beastmaster's summons at various stages of the game, clear illusions, grab BKB.
How about a nice Ember here for paiN?
Nope, I don't think this is an Ember game. Bruce Split can dispel his Flame Guard.
You can run, if you try and run the Ember mid, then OG could actually put S4 Brewmaster mid against it. Really hard to make that lane work for you as well.
Yeah, most likely would just be out harassed. You could just Thunderclap most likely and walk away, I imagine.
All right,
he does go for chases.
We're going to see if it works out for them.
All right.
At least they do have the direct damage to be able to lay into Luna to kind of threaten her, but she is an early BKB hero, so paiN Gaming is definitely going to have to try and take the earlier pace of this game. Like they want to establish a lot of heavy rotations from this Ember Spirit at 15 minutes. Try and threaten this Luna's farming time, where she's going to be, like, if she doesn't have a lane to work with, then she's going to be playing off of a lot of jungle and ancient stacks. And Ember Spirit is probably one of the faster heroes to play off of that. No real cooldowns. I mean, you don't really get a whole lot better threatening power of Ember Spirit than maybe like those mid heroes like Quap.
Yeah, I guess that is the good benefit of Ember here, is that the lockdown for OG is a little bit hard to land. Like, you can dodge brew boulders. Yes, your shield could be broken. You could be thrown in the air, but I guess there's not that much lockdown outside of Disruptor ulti that's going to guarantee your death. So I guess it does fit okay. Juggernaut band last for OG here. Yeah, I mean, they have such weak lockdown right now that getting their ganks off, and even like late game teamfight initiations, are going to be a little bit tough for OG. It's certainly going to be one of their problems. Yeah,
I thought just because the Brewmaster, we were going to see Jug or Lifestealer pick up from paiN Gaming in that 4th slot and disguise their mid a little bit longer. Just because, one, they're HFN heroes, but it's like they're two different kind of heroes that feel a little less threatened by Luna's mid-game power because of all the magic damage she brings. And then the laning phase against the Brewmaster is a lot better for those kind of heroes.
5 seconds.
So you think something that's like a BKB core is a little bit too item reliant, or it's just safer to have the natural skill to avoid those?
I mean, I particularly like Jug just because he has that direct physical damage to really ensure onto a Luna, no matter her like mobility or anything like that. You get an Omni Slash on top of her, she really struggles to be able to survive.
Yeah, they just need something. This is really high damage, I think, on paiN's side right now. They're kind of lacking in
Troll.
Troll could work, I guess. It's not terrible. I feel like I want something burstier for some reason. Is what comes to mind.
Maybe a Storm or something then?
No, it's got to be a hard carry, right? So
yeah,
and ideally a BKB carrier. Obviously, Gyro would be a perfect pick. Bursty also scales. Ban first phase though.
Ban first pick. Already saw the draft at the end of the game, I think, with that one.
And you want something also that combos with like Naga Sleep and Jakiro follow-up, because you've already got that great team fight. Maybe have someone that can add to it. Something like a Monkey King maybe could fit well around the team fight.
I'm hearing that we've lost the draft, unfortunately, but I have been told paiN have picked up the Troll and OG have picked up the Leshrac at the end.
Why don't you just do this draft for us?
I like that. I like the Leshrac in particular. I was thinking about what they kind of needed to be able to round out their lineup, and I think they just needed to be able to have that kind of hero that be able to match the Ember space and also be able to threaten him in the laning phase. Ember has a hard time in those first couple of levels against that kind of harassment.
Yeah, and it's something they've been playing a lot as well, too, and getting good effect out of it. So
yeah. Okay, let's get some predictions from you, because we haven't really challenged you too much. OG or paiN, Cap?
I think I'm going to go, we had the Leshrac for OG, right?
Yep.
Last pick.
With the Brew, the Clock, the Luna, and the Disruptor.
Yeah, I think I like the fact that they picked up that Luna 4th pick away from paiN, and I really like their last pick, Leshrac, so I'll go OG.
Very quickly, Kev?
Yeah, I'm going to say OG too. They can cover the heroes.
All right, good stuff. Let's bring in our commentary team. They're all ready. OD Pixel and Fog. Do you all set, guys, for a good game?
Absolutely, a great series as well. Man. Looking forward to this best of 3. OG versus paiN Gaming. What do we reckon then, folks? We've heard sort of the panel's thoughts on the situation. We are seeing that Leshrac come through for OG. We've seen it already, and it was
quick action.
Indeed, straight away. Look who it is. paiN Gaming, ready to play. Straight looking to go on top of Fly. S4's there with the stun to hold them back. Fly, is he live? He's going to live. Fly will survive for now. S4, the sleight of fist. Weeha coming in, cutting him down. Another 2-man stun comes out from S4, but paiN Gaming, they're just moving forward. They're looking for no tail. They're going to get it. King RD, is he going to survive? He won't. King RD goes down. But paiN Gaming turning up big time and getting themselves 2 kills off the bat.
All right, aggression. I like it. So, what do we think? I have not gotten to see paiN with Weeha. I didn't get to see their first series. I'm very excited to see what he's going to be able to do on this Ember. I like watching his flashy plays. As for draft, I do kind of like what OG's got. It's a very well-rounded lineup. The only thing is they do maybe lack a little bit of the catch in a way versus this Ember, but they're probably going to itemize for it in time, and maybe with just being able to group up versus that hero, it could be enough.
And they've got, I mean, it's a classic OG treasure.
Having
the
so
Brewmaster and the Leshrac. Like, who else does that at the moment? Sure, the Lesh maybe, but especially the Brew. That was a hero that there was a period, a lot of teams were picking it, obviously, when the lanes were quite different, you know, a few patches ago. This is a team that will still pick it. They'll still happily put no tail onto the Brewmaster if they feel that they can get in this lane where he can punish the safe lane.
Yeah, and I mean, in this situation, too, like, this... I want to say it almost feels like their draft that they played earlier today, right? They had Leshrac and Gyrocopter and then a Void. The Void, he's kind of like, I mean, he's not the same as a Brew, but it's the team fight aspect, right? So Brew adds a team fight. Luna, kind of similar to Gyro in a way. Leshrac is Leshrac. So it's a very, very... What they
like in the games today, we've seen a lot of success with Lunas. I don't know the stats, but we've seen an Illidan Luna pop off, we've seen a Pycat Luna pop off, and now we're going to see what Seb's going to be able to do. But paiN Gaming, of course, obviously a very scary team. We saw already there. Well,
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Will again survive, but he's getting bullied pretty heavily up top. King RD doing a good job of just making sure the Noto can't really get in the face of HFN.
Yeah, and OG, they've decided to change the priorities. They're like, we don't want this Beastmaster to get so much. So now they're going to stack Noto a bit more, but they're going to try to get Seb some more kill involvement, and here's the rotation from Fly.
There we go. Well, let's chase down Duster with the battery shot. They've got the cogs to trap him up as well. Seb's in with a quick loosen beam and a right click, and they'll claim the kill.
So that's just what we call him now, by the way? Is it just, it's just going to be Seb?
I mean, yeah, I'll go with Seb. Seb's easier to say. Oh, I guess say mad.
Okay, yeah, no, I was just curious.
Seb. You know, I don't like to use expletives, so we don't say his original name. We're polite here. Family-friendly stream.
Because now his name is, it is Seb.
That's what it's like a C and an E and a B, isn't it?
Yeah,
like
exactly. So.
That's how he likes to spell it here.
Yeah. So who got all those bounty runes? It was a 2 for 2. G as well as paiN. How's the stacking going? Both sides are getting some small hard camp stacks. So the farm later on. And Weeha's doing very well in this mid matchup.
He is in the mid lane. This Ember standing very toe to toe with S4's Lash, pretty much even farm. So I mean, looking at the denies, there's going to be a little bit of experience difference. Sure,
yeah, that's bound to happen when you're melee versus Lash with no PMS anymore.
There is going to be, that's slight sort of. I mean, slight. You see how it adds up. There's pretty much a full level between them.
Yeah.
Bottom lane. Look at this. Seb. He's in trouble. He's going to go for the TP. Oh, he makes it.
Close.
So he will survive, but again, a lot of time that he's out of lane, Seb. He's going to have to take the long walk back to that bottom lane. And again, look at the CS overall. It's just all three of paiN's cores are having a brilliant time. The biggest difference, obviously, being between the two off lanes. You've got Tarbo, 35 and 2 on the other half of the map. No Tail sitting about half of that at the moment, 16 for 4.
You'd kind of expect that, though, right? Because they have... Like, OG has the Disruptor on their team, while paiN has the Jakiro. They have Jakiro Beastmaster. These are pressure. Disruptor, he's good at zoning an individual offlaner, but when it's two, he starts to suffer.
They are going to get a very early tier 1 tower by the looks of it here, paiN, with this Jakiro Beastmaster, putting on the pressure.
That's... taking these tier 1s, we talk about it a lot of the times when you have these heroes that want to resort to Ancients and jungling. It can be very important.
Look at this rotation though. S4 wanting to try and turn things around. They look towards King RD, they'll take one. They'll take down the Naga Siren. The rest will get away, so S4.
Oh, so I was like, wow, Pulse Nova actually costs nothing. I'm like, oh wait, he has an Arcane. I was like, he didn't use any mana there.
And as you said, that is pretty important, because as you were about to say, losing that tower at this pace, yeah, you can't let that happen.
You want to, your tier 1s, you got to protect like your ancient area, you want to protect those jungle creeps, so they can't just invade. Because once they do the invade, you're under a lot of pressure as a Luna. Because they have Beastmaster and an Ember.
At the same time, paiN, they really want that tower. They brought HFN down here. And if you're Seb, you do not want to have any sort of involvement against these 4 heroes unless you've got serious backup.
They have to bring S4, yeah.
He's coming back over. But this tower is going to be dropped. They are TPing in their masses. The tower will fall. Let's see if they can take the fight. They're turning away straight away with the stun. They managed to catch out the Jakiro. S4's found one with the Primal Split as well. They're going to be able to find HFN. OG take 2. The Cog Trap's there for Tarbo. They'll find 3. King RD also getting chased down by Fly with the Thunderstrike. OG take 4. Sure, they got the tower there. paiN Gaming, but they just lost 4 heroes. Yeah. OG is, I think they'll lose the tower for that one.
They are very happy with that one. How many kills? What? Seb got 1, and No-Tail got 2. I don't think they knew for some reason that Brewmaster was level 6.
It seems to catch them by surprise because he had a big impact in that fight. No-Tail for a hero that wasn't having a great time up top. Just the levels, that's all that matters. So he didn't get the farm, but he comes in. The Primal Split really shakes things up. Suddenly HFN is just controlled, caught out.
They went deep too.
They really did. I mean, they went straight past the tower.
The creep wave was almost dead too, so that sets up the Eclipse and everything. They've got their level 6s. Yeah, it was a little too aggressive by paiN. They get punished. Good moves by OG to respond. Weehaw gets a little bit of space mid to farm, I guess. You see him catch up more in last hits since Last Shrek was not there that whole time.
They've got to be careful with that. We've seen, as I said already, with sort of the Lunas of today, even if they have sort of a slow start, if they sort of get that flow to the point where they're able to just clean up camp after camp, have the space, they shoot up to the top of the net worth, and suddenly it's this hero barreling down your lane, so you can't do much to stop.
Yep. OG, they're looking for a play now, right away too. They're making the smoke move. Not slowing down at all. Weehaw was trying to pressure No-Tail mid, but No-Tail's able to juke around the trees. paiN, they might set up for a move of their own.
See what they can get here.
I think they want to bring Weehaw in it, is what it looks like, because they're waiting by his Remnant.
They've got the vision on Tavo. Tavo does turn with the roar onto the clockwork. I've got the control. Kinetic field out from Fly. S4 Jerax and Fly surround Tavo. And
mid.
find the kill at the same time. Indeed, No-Tail will drop. So an offlaner for an offlaner. Between the two sides there.
It did not use the smoke there. They were just sitting behind it. It looks like they wanted to, but I think Weehaw started. I think Weehaw made the call where he's just like, I'm pretty sure this brew is just a lone mid. We can dive him. And they were able to get him. How's HFN? He hasn't queued up anything, only level 6 on the troll. A bit under. Luna's level 8 already, so you don't want to be in this position as a troll. Has to find his way to catch back up. I think Luna and Troll are similar in aspect of these are two heroes that you want to play where you're from ahead. Feels pretty hard of a game whenever you are behind on them both.
Jerax, level 5. Continues to close in on that 6 that I'm going to be looking towards in terms of being able to set up.
They've got to give Fly the tome, though. Jerax's going to take experience mid. His Fly's a bit further away.
Yeah, but okay, spot both of their ults are pretty important in terms of having a chance of catching out Weehaw.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, he's getting himself a couple of the cogs. A bit of gold for Wee as he's out.
So what are they bringing on the courier? Yep, tome of knowledge, a smoke, some words. So yeah, we're going to see a smoke play come out as soon as Jerax gets this level 6. He's trying to get the experience mid. He's actually looks like he's contesting last hits from No-Tail, but
yeah, Fly with that tome he's about to creep away from 6 himself.
Yeah. So we could look them try to make a play onto Weehaw with that. And during all this, Seb's got the Mask of Madness. He's in his home. He's in his territory.
But the warding's good from paiN. Well,
it is.
2 wards. I mean,
Watching Ancients.
4 sort of at the moment all over that half, so they can have good information on the progression of Seb and obviously a good chance of trying to make a smoke move and to punish him.
It's all about those tier 1s early.
And here we go. They very well may be on the hunt for Seb.
Yep, they spot him now.
He's the one they want to punish.
They're looking at No-Tail mid though. I think they want to make it into a tower push, but
No-Tail, he has got Primal Split available, so they've got to make sure they can take him down through the disable. They're going to try for it here, but
the defense ecstatic.
They can't get him, indeed. Fly dropping down the ultimate to make sure that King RD can't come in with the song straight away. We'll get the song out now. And he's out of there. Oh, no, he's not.
The smash was up.
The smash was up, but the magic community on the bear was ready to punch in. That was not a TP that was ever going to succeed. So, Seb gets the kill. They're making things happen for this Luna.
Yeah, you can't actually TP from that, huh? It's a 2-second stun duration with a 5-second cooldown, so it has to be like perfect for you to get that TP off, right? Because he can always get the boulder off. I guess maybe you can a little bit, but you'll have like that small little, very small window.
We'll let him off. You know, there's not been many brews picked recently, so it's not a situation you find yourself in really. It is song TPing whilst there's a Primal Split around.
It was close. He tried.
Yeah.
But that's a brew split and a disruptor ulti defensively. Sure, that was also a roar and a Naga ulti. But that was paiN trying to make all these aggressive moves. But it's fairly even. I mean, pretty much that even game, at least in the gold. But experience is a lot more OG favored. As we said, you know, the bottom, the Luna was getting a lot in comparison of levels to the Troll. Same thing with that Lesh over at the Ember.
I mean, No-Tail has
got a blink already.
He's got a blink.
It's a brown boot blink, but it's a blink.
Yeah, that's all they need at the moment because of the fact that they have got that follow-up from the Static Storm and such. As long as No-Tail can get him with a quick clap and a go.
This is one of his better heroes.
It really, absolutely.
Like, when he's been,
this is a No-Tail.
A couple of games when he was playing like the Brew mid, I saw he gets like a 10-minute blink, and I'm like, wow. So this game, I mean, he got it. Now he gets a tower denied too. Lovely. He's feeling good. How's our Troll doing? Is gonna go for the Battle Flurry. Battle Fury.
The Battle Flurry?
Battle Flurry?
Battle Fury.
Battle Fury first, and then he's gonna go toward that BKB, trying to stall it a bit, trying to match the farm of the Luna.
I mean, we can see the difference there really in the farm. The fact, sure, the lane creeps Troll's fine, but look at the neutrals. You're sort of getting the amount of gold on the Luna because of the ease that Seb can head around the patches.
The
and
kills, the kill and assist thing too from Seb.
Yeah.
3-0 and 3. That dive bottom just really giving him so much more. And he's building into the Dragon Lance onto the Luna, so probably gonna. I would think maybe a Hurricane Pike or something. It could be an option this game, just to push the Luna, push that Troll Warlord away if he does get on top. OG, they've got pretty much everything available. They've got their Shrine, all their ultis. They're ready for a smoke play. They want Weehaw, as Weehaw's been definitely farming. Quite a storm here on the December Spirit now with the Maelstrom already done.
It's got a lot of backup with him though, because paiN themselves smoking up Tavo, Duster.
Is there a Naga sleep available? There is. Okay, so they're timing it with that. They're pushing out the top lane with King RD, and they're trying to meet him and go for a tower push with that sleep. See, OG, they've got a ward behind the tower here in mid, and they're watching the remnant from the Ember behind that mid tower, so...
Oh, is we going to be tempted to come back over and try and clear this out? S4's trying to bait. He's in, and there's the punish straight away with the Static Storm down on him. The trap is set. Do they quite have the damage with the storm? The hook shot takes the conflict back. They'll get him.
Oh my goodness.
It was a little messy, but they get the job done. They get Weehaw. The trap that was set, it was perfect. They were waiting for him to come back over. S4 was the bait, and the bait paid off.
And look, even with the Bruce split, Notel just kind of zones them to make sure they get the last hit on the tower. He was just separated all three of them to make sure they couldn't step in there, but beautiful by OG there. And that ward is now going to see the smoke from paiN in the mid lane too. So paying off double.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what they can find. paiN, if anything, as you say, OG are fully aware of this. We do sometimes see teams still continue to get caught out there despite seeing a smoke. Tavo
got broken.
I do know that S4's over there. They've got the remainder of that ward there. It's going to give them the vision for Tavo to set up with the Roar. In they go. Ice Path as well to hold S4 down. He's trying to keep himself alive with the stick charges, but will not be successful.
And he respawns instantly. But he thought he might Bloodstone Suicide there for a second.
Oh, he could have. He might have had the chance. There's a fair bit of disable for it now. OG trying to strike back after the loss of Lesh and King RD. He'll make sure that his teammates can get far enough away.
But his TP's on cooldown.
Indeed, he's got to walk it off. Tavo going for the TP on the side. Is he going to be able to get out? He will. They don't have any sort of catch in time.
King RD, is he going to be the one caught? Jerax can't quite get close enough to see him.
So they still get out, despite the lack of TP availability.
They reduce. I mean, that's big. If they force 3 heroes to rotate toward top, they get the Bloodstone charges down, and during all this, Weehaw is farming the entire time. HFN as well, getting very close to that battle.
So is Mad, and as I said, we've seen this Luna a few times today. It shoots to the top, and then it just don't stop. This is a hero that can farm very easily and rapidly in comparison to a lot of other heroes in the game. Sure, the Battle Fury is absolutely going to help HFN, but still, Seb, if he can keep his movements fluid from camp to camp, it's going to be very hard for the paiN Gaming's cause to keep on the same pace as a Luna.
They know they're in this Roche pit.
They're doing it quick though. That DD on Seb.
Jerax is trying to zone the way so they can't throw like macro pyres and spells in there.
And there's going to be the macro pyre coming out, and in fact, Jerax will hookshot himself to safety, gets himself off to the side. Jerax will survive for now, but it will force OG out of the pit. paiN Gaming making sure that OG don't get a free Roshan.
Yeah. Weehaw gets the chains, and they even stop S4 too.
He's got the primal split though, and in fact he turns, looking to try and burst through Wee's flame guard, but Weehaw has a remnant ready. He's able to get himself out and away. They'll turn towards an easier target. Duster caught out by the setup there, by the Wind Panda. Now even maybe trying to play around with a bit more. They look towards Wee.
Well, look at bottom though, HFN. He gets the tower, but might pay with his life. He does clean up Fly. Jerax is in the area. No hook shot available just yet.
Can they try and punish this? They have got extra TPs coming in, and HFN trying to hide, but with the damage from Seb, they should be able to find him. He's got the Whirling Axe. He's trying to keep it. He might actually just
get Jerax
out of this. As slowly but surely, Seb will finish him off. Back in towards the pit. Weehaw looking towards Notel, but the base there, they've got the stun. Do they have the damage? They don't. Weehaw gets out. And D Roshan claims the life of Notel, so paiN won't be able to get the glory from that kill.
Weehaw's resetting though. He's healing up. This Roche is very low.
Still sitting at half health.
Yeah.
And I mean, paiN, they kind of need the troll, but between the troll and the Beastmaster, they can certainly take it. But 20 seconds still with HFN on the side. He's got his Necro book now. Talbot.
King RD queued up. King RD's only queued up before, so.
Yeah.
Because he's against the clock.
Yeah,
right?
he's against the clock.
Yeah, fine.
He might very well
might,
get the
yeah.
Meteor Hammer
Might
afterwards,
change
but
some stuff.
yeah, Force, certainly understandable. They're back into the pit now. This is going to be paiN Gaming, looking to try and take it away from OG, despite OG looking to start it off. And by the looks of it, are they going to get away with it? I mean, OG's heading over. Can they get in? The song is going to be used, and there we have it. King RD makes sure that the two of them from the side, he makes sure that Jarex can't get in with a hook shot. So they get the Aegis onto Weehaw, and now they're ready to fight. Weehaw heads forward, quick remnants to the side, but Jarex will be able to cut across the Roshan pit, so they will have a good chance of trying to burn this Aegis, and they do. They'll take the Aegis out of the hands of Weehaw, and they'll also pick up Duster. The question is if they can kill Weehaw a second time.
Stun.
Perfect timing from S4, and they will.
Oh, that looked like miscommunication coming in from paiN. King RD sleeps, he kind of starts walking down, and he TPs back to base, and while Weehaw shoots a Remnant in to try to start the fight. So did seem like a little bit of disconnection coming between them there, like what they really wanted to gain after using that Aegis, and OG punishes it, and like you said, that Luna.
That Luna.
Yeah.
The Luna's still up there at
And
the top. Seb.
Overall, net worth's been pretty much even within 1,000 gold, but that experience still OG favored. Still very close, but not the way you want to be able to, not the way you have to, want to use that first Aegis. That's the next. So S4 almost has the Yules. Like you said, got some Bloodstone charges from all that too, so back up to that 13.
Seb 505. They
Really well.
have to do something about the Luna, paiN Gaming.
They at least
Before
have
it gets
those,
too late.
They have those chances though, like we were mentioning, is if they can get, let's say, if he pops BKB eventually, once he gets it, gets netted, something like that, or if he gets roared and the troll can isolate him, that can be still the big problem. But he's on the way to having a very successful game.
Nice DD ring down bottom as well that OG will have had their eyes on. See if they're going to grab it on potentially Seb. Fly actually already coming in, maybe seeing if he can get some sort of a catch between the two of them, him and Jarex with both ultimates available. Won't quite be able to get the vision onto King RD. And looks like despite Jarex walking past the double damage rune, it's actually going ignored here by OG, so I'm not too sure why they didn't go and pick that up. They did see it.
King RD takes it.
Now,
I think HFN just farmed a pretty big Ancient stack. As far as I know, he finished up Yasha. Now he's going to go for that BKB. So that'll be a big timing for paiN that we were talking about. Is once you get that BKB on troll, then you can just run all the way into the back lines. Get on top of that Luna.
yeah, as you said, between the raw and the commitment of the troll, that's pretty much guaranteed kill on any of the cores at OG.
I think I might like Tavo going for a Blink Dagger before finishing his book 3 this game. Maybe.
Weehaw on the top lane, jumping in, looking towards S4. Ice Path won't quite be there in time. There is the Static Storm as they look to control it. Weehaw, perfect timing with the stun. They've got the control. OG finding Wee in with a quick glimpse back onto Duster. OG will be able to find another. Duster pops the stick charges, his last bit of life, trying to bring S4 down, but it'll be unsuccessful. And with the Primal Split No Tail, he's making sure that OG can set up for more. Straight away, catching out Tavo. Again, OG now taking these fights and putting a stop to what paiN Gaming is trying to achieve. And Weehaw's got to sort of hold back a little bit, diving deep behind the tier 2 towers. That was always going to be a risky play there from the Ember Spirit, especially with the Static Storm online again.
Yep, just a bit too deep, and it gets punished. They lose 3, but on top of that, it's the Bloodstone. Now he's back up to 16 charges on S4. So yeah, they got to be a little bit more careful when they go for those type of plays. But it does seem like they're trying to make a lot of space for HFN to just get that BKB timing.
And he's getting it.
He's getting close.
He is getting it. He's going to be, by the looks of it, hitting it probably at a very similar timing to Seb picks up his on the Luna.
Seb's still about 2-level advantage, and he's also been using the space when his team does fight like that. He's been just farming accordingly too, so he's been making some very good decisions and rotations this game.
Pushing towers incredibly quickly as well. Another tier 2 taken on the bottom lane. Jarex with the info there. I'm going to go for the smoke up.
In vision of a ward again, just placed by Fly.
I know exactly what's up here. S4 is going to get gone on again. Weehaw's going to be the one leading the charge. Hook shot in good for the backside. There's Seb indeed with the ultimate. He just shreds through them. HFN's gone. They've lost 2, they've lost 3. Is a triple kill for Seb.
What?
Again, these, as you said, the ward. This time OG were perfectly set up for that play. Seb was on the high ground. Eclipse was there, as we've been saying. The BKB's not quite done for Troll, and now Weehaw left alone. He's caught out as well. Duster's going to die as well. No tail fly find him in the back. It's a full team wipe. OG just picking paiN Gaming apart as paiN Gaming sort of hand themselves to OG on a silver platter there.
That is exactly what I was actually going to say. Like we were mentioning, is I thought they were waiting for their BKB timing on the troll,
went in before
and he
the
came in. He went into the fight. He just died to Eclipse. They all died to Eclipse.
He must have been about 1k gold away from that BKB. A little more patience could have absolutely served paiN Gaming there massively, but as it is, they go in. Seb's in prime position.
Beautiful
with
hook
the
shot
Eclipse.
by Jerax, but it was like you said, they've got the high ground, they've got Eclipse, and there's no BKB.
And now they're pushing the base, and with the sooner they can do it very quickly. There's going to be the song.
Duster's got Ice Path.
Hotel's got Primal Split again, though. He pops it. He's ready to sort of play around with this fight if so be's the chance, as the Ice Path comes out onto 2, but they just don't care. OG are hitting the timing where their heroes are pretty massive. There aren't any creeps for a little bit of time. We are now trying to head forward, but again, look at the damage from Seb. Weehar's got a Remnant out of there. The Static Storm down. King RD on minimal health will get himself out. Notel's back in. S4 does fall, but Notel makes sure they get the trade as HFN gets taken down in turn. 1-for-1. Can they get anything more out of this? Glimpse onto Weehar, dragging him back into the kinetic field. Notel slapping him down. A Remnant is still there available for Weehar, but the vision with the Thunder Strike sets up for Jerax to come in with a hook shot. 2 cores down yet again on paiN Gaming as they're without HFN and Weehar. OG ready to push back up to the high ground. The creep wave comes in, and 24 minutes in, OG will be taking the mid set of Rax. They got a 12k advantage here.
That was such a, I mean, that series of events, I don't really want to look at the graph, it's very scary, but so it's quite a climb that came out from OG there in those last movements. Just this ward game, honestly, the vision from them allowed them to make all these moves much more comfortably, and I mean, Seb's been playing this Luna,
I mean,
absolutely spectacular.
It really is. And sure, you can say, you know, paiN Gaming did mess up. They gave Seb a lot. He got the kills at the start, but as you say, Seb, he's played perfectly with the space he's been given, the opportunity that he's had here. He's making the right movements.
Yep.
His sort of farm rotation's been incredibly on point. It's 24 minutes and he's 18k net worth, and it absolutely is the point of the game. We were saying this all throughout. We're like, you got to watch out the Luna. The Luna's going to get scary. It is very scary now. Now it is this hero that every fight, as long as Seb doesn't get sort of focused down, which, as we've seen, paiN Gaming have just struggled to be able to do in these fights. Normally because Weehar tends to sort of go in straight away and he's not necessarily, I don't know, it just seems very broken, the initiations. You can't afford to do that now against this Luna because Seb will simply stand his ground and he'll punch you to pieces.
Yeah, and it seems hard for Weehar to really get into the fights and do damage. He's like, oh, I want to protect myself with my Flame Guard, and it's gone instantly from last strike. Absolutely instantly. And the Static Storms as well. They've had a couple ones where they placed them defensively kind of in a way to split the fight, and then that's just super advantageous to
Seb's got a Lincoln Sphere now, so
no roar.
Yeah. This Luna, I mean, what's his KDA? 908 this game.
And I think he had a very high one also when we watched him early on the gyrocopter. He played pretty damn perfect. And now
straight away.
Oh,
what was he doing out there?
Where'd he go?
He's
I think he was doing some warding, or no, actually he doesn't have wards. Maybe cutting waves with mirror image, trying to push him out.
I mean, and I think as you said as well, Tavo with this build, maybe having the Blink Dagger a little earlier would have served him better, because now sure he's got a level 3 Necro Poke, but Seb, the Glaives are just going to rip it to pieces. The Necro Poke's gone.
Yeah, they might do a decent amount of damage back to either the Lash or the Luna, right, in a way, but I mean, to be honest, it was, I don't think items would have mattered. It's the decision making of walking up onto that, you know, walking into high ground at nighttime with no BKBs available.
We go. Forcing out the fortification. paiN Gaming will have King RD back in 5 seconds, but OG was Seb, as big as he is, he just stands his ground, rips through the tier 3 tower. No teleports the BKB. We'll see what his plan's going to be here. He's just playing around. He'll go for the Primal Split as well, just creating the space for Seb to stand his ground and keep pushing. King RD with the song, looking to get the setup on top, but Jarrett comes in from the side, makes sure that the Ice Path timing is not there. Static Storm down, but HFN does manage to get himself on top of the Luna. That's what they needed to do. HFN with his BKB gets in, takes apart Seb. A huge kill for paiN Gaming. Can they get anything more out of this though? Notel jumps forward onto Tavo. Tavo does get the roar up, but now HFN without the BKB, he'll still fall. Sure, they killed Seb, but now S4, he's the big bad problem that's taking them apart. There's 4 dead on paiN Gaming. Weehar's trying his best, but he'll tick down as well to the Thunder Strike. Again, paiN Gaming, everybody hitting the sidelines. And it really is at that point of the game. Sure, they can kill the Luna, but now everyone else has an issue.
Is farmed, yeah. Weehar.
That's a dieback. That's a dieback. That's a second set of racks here. 21k gold. This game, no doubt at all, has just fallen entirely apart for paiN Gaming.
That's the situation that we're talking about, is the timing. As soon as they get the BKB, they can get into the backlines. They can definitely try to kill that Luna.
I mean, imagine if they had the BKB when they walked up to the high ground from the low ground with that smoke. That could have happened 5 minutes ago, and then suddenly paiN Gaming,
could be they got
a chance. But this game now, it looks so hard for paiN Gaming. Another one of those games today where And they have to rely on OG making some big mess ups.
Yep.
I mean, even in that sort of situation, they lose set, but that's a massive kill. I don't know how much money you got for that, but it would have been a lot for killing the Luna with the amount of farm and lead that Seb had. But they still get the Rex, they still get the team fight.
And it's in that fight, if they were not 20,000 gold behind, we could have seen a different situation. So definitely a bit unfortunate for them. They're going to keep trying to farm up, get that MKB on HFN, but it's looking tough because now they've already had the Luna problem. The Lesh was kind of a problem, but he is a real big problem. Level 20 now, so that peak timings that we talk about a lot is, you know, BKB, you've got BKB and Bloods and all that, but you also get your pulse damage. Pulse Nova damage at 20, you're a beast. You have incredible survivability too.
Does have the Roar here, but no Tail coming in as well with a BKB commitment. HFN is able to take down Jerax. Buyback's going to be there for Jerax though, because OG, they want to take this fight. S4 just charging into the midst of them all. He's managed to take down the Jakura. BKB wears off as HFN will fall as well. The sleep from King RD is not going to be able to save any of them. As it seems, maybe he can get out, he'll get out. But of course the other two already going down. The setup's there from the Wind Panda, but I guess the blink counter statics on, that's nifty. That's nice. He'll live.
Duster tips him too.
Yeah, I mean, that deserved a tip. That deserved a tip.
Maybe the other one's the one who's diving, though. You know, maybe the enemy team could have tipped him a bit.
We haven't seen any aggressive tipping from OG this game.
They're way too nice guys.
They are nice guys, yeah.
They're going to end up tipping at the end. Oh, bottom lane.
There we go. Talbo.
He kills the creep that was being boots of travel to, but Jerax with Spirit Vessel.
Bam.
More than enough damage. Oh, man. Game's looking real hard. Jerax is going to queue up an Orchid. I mean, I don't know if he can get it before this game ends, but that'll be more ways to be able to catch the Ember Spirit as well. And OG make their way in the pit.
And with no sort of threat of the song, still 2 heroes down on paiN Gaming. No real worry from OG whether they're going to be interrupted on this one. And Jerax, he says that DD's mine. As We Are has to get out of there. So does King RD. He doesn't want to mess around with this clockwork.
I mean, when you're seeing the 4-position clockwork bullying your Ember away. I mean, Ember's got 1,298 HP. Clockwork has 2,300.
I don't know the stats, but I feel like Ember is feeling like a pretty underwhelming hero in a lot of games today.
Yeah.
Which I think is understandable, because there was a lot of period where teams were ignoring Ember. I don't know why they've kind of gone back to it.
Just looking for that mobility, but it's getting punished in a lot of these situations. King RD gets spotted out by the rocket, the glimpse back.
That's another one for the boys on OG.
Boom.
Duster trying to get himself out of there. He's not going to make it. Yule Scepter from S4 into the stun. It has just been a slaughter fest. If you look at sort of the graph, it's just been kill after kill after kill after kill after kill after kill after kill for OG.
Yep, for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Just
it really has.
Rise. It's just...
Because, I mean, as you can see from the graph at the start, it was a solid showing from paiN. They did fantastically in the lanes. But that sort of one sort of misplay, and then from there onwards, OG just took the opportunity absolutely perfectly. Seb, sure he had that one death top, but he had reasons for it. GG is called. He's played this game immaculately. I
think it like comes down to a lot. Sure, look, the mistakes and everything, we can talk about paiN and OG with the great wards being able to take advantage of that, seeing the vision for the smoke plays over and over again. But you look at them, and their team fight's actually quite strong. paiN's is it's a bit harder to execute. They have to get like the good positioning with the Nagas to get those ice paths set up, while OG, as soon as they've got Brew with the Blink Dagger, we saw